A few years ago, I said some things about solar power that led me to believe it wasn't best for most people, including me. Solar panels can dramatically impact how you're able to make movements on that home in the future. In addition, solar panels don't always provide for you the savings on your electric bill that you might think. But here I am today getting solar installed on my home. Here's why. So I'm kind of a weird person. I like looking into new types of technology, and every year I look into different types of energy things, including solar. So this was something that I researched pretty much every year, or at least every other year. And what I had always found is that solar power had degradation issues, meaning the ability for it to produce the power that I wanted 5 years from now was going to be very different and worse than what it's going to be today. In addition, the financial benefits that came with solar weren't enough for me or my family. Basically, the cost up front was going to be way too much compared to the benefit that I would receive in the years to come. So what has changed? Well, the first thing is the technology. The solar powers and all the other systems and hardware associated with solar power have become a lot more reliable. As a matter of fact, a lot of these companies that are producing solar power have dramatically increased their warranties because they believe in the technology so much more. So, my issue with degradation about the solar going down in its ability is now being covered by warranties because the solar technology is better. So in the past, some of the warranties wouldn't cover degradation, and any warranties that were there were only a few years long. Now, some of these warranties are 20 to 25 years long. The other thing that has changed is that there is now a lot more solar companies that are offering solar power, especially here in Arizona. That means there's a lot of competition. That competition is making people be a lot more honest or just a lot more competitive with their pricing. So, pricing on solar as a whole has gotten less. And the other contributing factor, tax credits. There have been a lot of changes to taxes and what the government is doing to incentivize people to get solar power. And some of those recent changes have made the tax credits so big that it had made financial sense for me and my family to do solar on our home. For specifics on those recent tax credits, you can check out the blog that I wrote about solar at stewardship.pro/blog. But another way that you can get involved is making sure that you're working with a very good solar company that can not only walk you through those tax credits, but also your electric bill, your home, and what system might be best for you. A lot of people are concerned that the solar company they're working with, are they going to give them the best deal? No one wants to get screwed over. Well, I talked to many different solar companies, and the one that I chose actually talked me out of purchasing more things. Yeah, that's right. They had me spend less money because that's what was genuinely best for me. I don't have a battery. I'm not selling the power back to the electric company. I have a system that is only a small percentage of the electricity I'm going to use because that's what's best for my home. That's what's best for our power needs. And as we talk about with personal finances, they are personal, and everybody's personal financial situation is going to be a little bit different. I think the same is true of solar power. I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all for everyone, and working with a company that's willing to customize it to your needs is a big deal. So not only did the competition help with costs and the tax credit help, but so did the break-even point. What does that mean? Break-even point is essentially the cost that I'm going to pay for the system now up front versus the amount of monthly saving on my electric bill that I'm going to get in years to come. Now, the average homeowner stays in their home 5 to 7 years, but for most solar systems, that break-even point is beyond that. So when making the decision for yourself, is solar right for you and your family? You have to understand that number. How many years do you plan on staying in the home? I plan on being here for a while, and as a result, the break-even point made a lot more sense for me. Look, here's the thing. I'm still very critical of solar power and solar energy as a whole. I think leasing solar is still a really bad idea. I also don't love how the solar panels look from the front elevation of a home. There's a reason why it's going in the middle of my house where it can't be seen from the street. But a lot has changed. As a result, I think everybody, especially in Arizona, should consider looking into solar. And if you are interested in the company I ended up using, we'll leave a link to that company in the description. Solar panels are a long-term investment. As a result, I'll be talking about the benefits or maybe the lack of benefits that I end up receiving. So feel free to follow me on social media as I'll be giving updates as the months and years progress. Solar isn't for everyone, but thanks to changes in technology and in costs, I think everybody should consider it.